Fasting and self-restraint for spiritual clarity, right judgment, and victory over the passions. You will never have spiritual clarity, right judgment, or divine results in the war against your passions if you do not love fasting and do not train yourself in a broader self-restraint over all your desires. Otherwise, you will spend your life in the darkness of confusion and irrationality, and you will receive as your recompense the deprivation of heavenly blessedness. Now, I would say that that's not a nice quote. That's a true quote. We need to learn self-restraint. It's not an American cultural thing. It's not really a Western cultural thing at all to learn self-restraint. Self-restraint makes you a better person, makes you happier. Just go to Walmart and see a kid who's crying for a candy bar and screaming his head off. As soon as he gets the candy bar with the mother who is absolutely beside herself and, upset, does the child stop crying? No. He cries for something else, or he pouts, or whatever. A child who is not disciplined is a miserable child. An adult who does not live in a disciplined way is a miserable adult. Now, you might not notice it for a while, or if you're really, really not fortunate, you won't notice it till you die. And you realize that you've wasted your life in frivolous pursuits. So fasting is absolutely necessary for you. Absolutely necessary. It's hard for some of this. It's not something that you've learned, and it takes effort. But it is well worth it, because fasting is only the beginning of learning self-restraint. Self-restraint in how you spend your time, self-restraint in how you engage with people, that there's times when it's a really good idea not to say what's on your head, on your mind. There's really time when you should humble yourself. When in the office, when people are trying to climb over each other to get positions, that you humble yourself and just do your work. You're more at peace than they are. Even if they make more money or get a better position than you, they've expended so much energy in doing it, they're not happy. So this is really, really important. And this quote is really, really intense. And so I didn't want to give it to you without explaining more. It really is true. If you do not learn self-restraint, you can't enter the kingdom of heaven. It's just not possible. Because you won't make the right choices. Right? So it's not about that you have to not have pleasure in order to be a Christian. That's not at all true. But you have to have self-restraint about how you conduct your life. I mean, people that have no self-restraint about buying everything on credit, and then they're, $50,000, $100,000 in debt. Then they can't buy a house, and then they have this problem and that problem, and they're literally under stress for years. And that's because they bought so many coffees and fast food meals and vacations and everything else, and that's all gone, but they have $100,000 in debt. That probably used to be $30,000 in debt. Just keeps multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. So self-restraint is the way to happiness. It just is. It's just a human condition that if you live in a self-restrained way, you are happier. Now, some of you haven't yet gone through a great land or something, and if you go through a great land and you're fasted, even if you haven't fasted that well, but you really put your heart into it and you're trying, when it comes to be Pascha, I'm going to tell you, that sausage is going to taste really good. It's going to taste really good. Now, if you've been eating a sausage throughout all Great Land, it's just sausage. But if you haven't been eating sausage, then when you have it, it's really tasty. And it should be tasty, and you should enjoy it. And then all of Bright Week, on Wednesday, you can be eating sausage, pizza, steak, whatever you want. And on Friday, same thing. And the following Wednesday, again. And you give thanks to God for these delicious foods, and they taste better and everything's better because you have restrained yourself from it before. A person who never restrains themselves, they don't know how good food can be or how good relaxation can be if they're always busy trying to relax. So it's really important for you to learn self-restraint. And I don't want this quote to scare you, but absolutely, if you don't learn self-restraint, you really can't be a Christian. You know? It's just very, very important. So, that's that.
Yeah.
All right?